Happy Tuesday, peeps. So just waiting for a few of you to come on. It is Team Meeting Tuesday, our first catch up for 2021. And I'm excited to be here on the Tuesday. We are back in the office last week and we're changing things up. Hi guys, hi Nat, hey Marika. There's a few of you joining now. So Team Meeting Tuesday, what is it about? It's basically to replace our shot of text that we were having every Tuesday, where I would come to you with a piece of technology and we showcase that platform and show you all the tips and tricks that were happening in the marketplace today. So Team Tuesday, what is it? I've got lots to share with you. We're going to come live every Tuesday at 10 a.m. I've got a job board ready to show you what jobs are happening in Sydney, Melbourne and Brisbane. I've got some tips and tricks with some new apps that are coming out that are going to be extra on top of our weekly newsletter, events around town, a bit of reading, what's going on, and I'm really, really excited. Oh wow, there's some great, hey Lisa, hey Kaz, hey Kerry, hey Catherine, thanks for joining us guys. So I'm going to get stuck into it because I know our time's poor. Hi Lil, hope you're well. Okay, so our first off the rank is some new tools and apps and things that have just updated recently after coming back to the office after the break. So we're heading back to the office, we're still remote working, we're looking for different tools to send birthday cards, farewell cards, etc. Kudoboard, Kudoboard. Oh, there you go, tested my spelling. Anyway, great tool, digital platform. It's so easy, 4 steps. When you can do it on your desktop or you can do it on your phone. Both iPhone users and Android users. And basically, you create the card, you choose who you want to send it around to in the office, it pops up in the inbox or in a text message. You create the card, they give you great templates, it's really, really easy. And then what happens is that when it gets to the last person, you set a date as to when you want the card to be delivered in that person's inbox. And then it just pops in and everyone can sign it in their own way. You can choose the fonts, you can choose the colors, you can choose the narrative, you can choose the creative. So Kudoboard, a great little tool for sending around digital birthday cards, farewell cards, any type of card. It could be someone's anniversary, it could be someone welcome to the business, whatever you want to do. Okay, so the buzz around town is Clubhouse. Everyone is talking about it. First of all, switch off if you're not an iPhone user because you cannot join this platform unless you're in the iPhone world. So I know there's a few of you who are wanting to join but unfortunately aren't in the iPhone world. Second of all, it's invite only. So you need to be invited by someone that is on the platform already. And what happens is the more people we invite, the more invitations we get to extend. Am I loving it? Yes, I am. It's a creative platform. I'm loving the content. I'm loving that it's voice only. So you can start a room at any time or join a room at any time and no one needs to see what you're wearing. The other thing is that, when you sign up, it's really important to get your profile right, to connect your Instagram and your LinkedIn so they know where to find you after it. And really Clubhouse is a room set environment. So what you're doing is that you are joining a topic of conversation in a certain room that you're interested in. So it could be anything from new technology, it could be how to start an Instagram account. They give you tutorials on Clubhouse, how to get the maximum out of it. You can follow people on Clubhouse, you can follow topics on Clubhouse. So yet again, it's another tool or app that you've got to get the settings right and the setup right when you first join. And I say this all the time with any new piece of technology, but I'm really loving Clubhouse. It's not for everyone, and yes, it's another piece of technology that you've got to have on your phone, but I'm really loving the engaging content. And for those of you that were on it yesterday, Elon Musk was on there, and that room, we all got kicked out. It was so funny. So, hello. But I'm loving Clubhouse. So if you're not an iPhone user, you're going to be annoyed because you can't use it. So that is my second piece of technology tip today. But the last one is Microsoft Teams. Now, I just wanted to talk to you guys about Microsoft Teams because what happened last year, and a lot of you guys didn't know, is the breakout rooms become available. So I'm saying to you guys, if you're in the Microsoft Teams world and you're using Zoom as well, I really think it's time for you to ditch Zooms and go across to Microsoft Teams fully. One, because I just think it's having one tool to create your meetings, invite your meetings, and I just love the interactiveness of what they've done in rolling out the breakout rooms, the integrations with Microsoft Stream, Microsoft Transcribe, and platforms like that within the Microsoft family. So if you're the organizer of the meeting, you can have up to 50 breakout rooms, and you can automatically choose for the participants to sign in as an automatic sign in, or they can manually sign in and join a room. So if you're doing an event and you start off and you want to push everyone out into different teams, you can either auto choose beforehand what room they're going to go into, or they can manually choose. So if you're having a topic discussion at an event and you say to them, you can either go to room 1, it's going to talk about technology. Room 2, it's going to talk about empowerment. Room 3, we're going to talk about remote working. They can automatically choose that, and you can have up to 50 rooms. The other thing is the breakout rooms, important thing to remember is in the settings. We, as the owner of the meeting, can allow to choose what participants also go in there and the restrictions that are put on there. So, and also once the breakout rooms are operating, you can also, like Zoom, you can send a reminder to say they've only got 1 minute left, 3 minutes left, whatever it is that you have. So there's reminder options in it. The organizer, when you're in a breakout room, can also make announcements at certain time. So if you're the host in Microsoft Teams and you've got 5 breakout rooms, you as the organizer can visually see on the screen who's in each breakout room. You can listen to them. Obviously, it'd be a bit blurry because 5 breakout rooms going. But if something's going on in a breakout room, you can pick that up straight away. The other thing, also a reminder with Microsoft Teams meetings, is that you've got the together mode, which is like, so instead of having the square boxes, I spoke about it last year, but still so many people don't know about it. So if you don't want to have the square boxes like Zoom, you can go to the together mode, which is like the theatre style, like a sitting in a theatre style. So I often join a room and people go, how in the hell did I get the front row? And it's like, well, I want to sit in the back row, but it's just like, it's like a sitting in a theatre, and you don't need to have your backdrop in, because you actually can see yourself sitting in a chair, and it saves you, I know everyone last year was having these great backdrops. By the way, do you like my new office, my new backdrop? Thanks to the team at High Pop, who got this backdrop ready for my new office. But I want you guys to go back. If you are using Zoom and Microsoft Teams to run your meetings, I would question why you need to use both platforms now, because Microsoft Teams has all the capability and the skills that Zoom was supplying to us and offering to us, and it can be used for internal and external. Oh, I've got one more quick tip for those women in small business that are listening in also. If you're using Xero, I'm often hearing about how my old bookkeeper reminded me this the other day about batch payments. If you are using Xero to pay all your bills, did you know instead of manually sending to the bank one payment at a time, you can create what they call a batch payment. So you can schedule all your payments to be made on a Friday, say for example, and you can send off 10 payments. It's like a file or an Excel spreadsheet that basically sends from Xero to your bank, and it's paid automatically. So it's one payment, but you can do it as a batch payment. So that's my last thing for small business owners. If you're paying multiple bills all at once, I'd really encourage you to do it as a batch payment, not as individual payments. And do it on one day also, so you can control your money that's in your bank account. Okay, so job board. Everyone is telling me there's no jobs around. Oh, the market's tough. It's really hard. I have to really disagree with you guys, because I would say both in Brisbane, Sydney and Melbourne, the job market is really, really healthy. And so we're going to talk each week about 3 jobs in Sydney, Melbourne and Brisbane. And my prerequisite for talking about these jobs is they have to be on LinkedIn, and there has to be a component of working from home as well in the roles. Because I feel if an employee didn't embrace remote working in 2020, then are they ever going to do it? And I feel that, from a mindset and a mental health perspective as well, the working from home has really, I don't know, we have so much more freedom because we're not commuting, we're not rushing around, and we also, the value that we get out and the workload and capacity that we can take on from working at home, and the output as well, which is another important thing, is absolutely fantastic. So, job market, these are all on LinkedIn, and if you are looking for a job, I cannot highly recommend the power of LinkedIn. The jobs that are on there, both from a recruiter's advertising roles as well as employees, is fantastic, and the quality of jobs are really, really good. So if you're someone that's listening today and you're looking for a job, if you haven't got your LinkedIn bio or photo looking smick and telling me all your fantastic superpowers, then you are not going to stand out from the markets. And when you go and apply for a job on LinkedIn, the employer or the recruiter will first of all look at your photo and your LinkedIn bio. And if it is boring and you're looking away from the camera, or you're doing one of these, or you got your wedding photo, they're not even going to look at you. They're not even going to take you serious. So that's the first thing, get that. And that's another conversation that we'll have later. So on the job board this week, Sydney. Okay, radio station Southern Cross Austereo, they are on the hunt to cover a 10-month maternity leave role, and they're looking for a superstar PA to join their team. You'll be supporting the head of Triple M and the head of music, and it's someone that has entertainment or media experience. You can be Sydney or Melbourne based, and there is a working from home component as well as going into the office. So contact Alice McFarlane on LinkedIn. She's your contact for that. So these are Sydney roles, and that one's kind of had a Melbourne role in as well. Okay, MJD Executive, Martin is the contact there. They are recruiting for an executive assistant with every possible superpower that you can have. Now, the pay for this is $250,000. I know, right? Anyway, so it's a unique role, and it's one of these roles that don't come up very often, but when they come up, if you're one of these individuals, you've got to take the bull by the horn and get out there and apply for it. So it's supporting a high net worth individual in the eastern suburbs. You do have the capacity to have a living role. You're basically taking care of all the household staff, all his personal work. He actually does have a separate EA, so there's no calendar, there's no diary management, there's no email management. You're basically going to be organising all his travels, organising all his drivers, the nannies, all that fun stuff. So you've got to have someone that's highly skilled in the people manager area and can navigate between home and business. So that is Martin at MJD, tongue twister, executive. Okay, so next one is a tech role going in North Sydney. They're a cutting edge organisation. They have actually a really fun, vibrant and creative space. They're looking for a superstar EA to support the CEO and the leadership team. They have said in their job spec that they're allowing 1 to 2 days minimum to work from home. So that's great. If that interests you, remember working in the tech space, it's a little bit different than the corporate space. Contact Eva at Lotus People for that one. Okay, so my last role in Sydney, our fabulous Garth at Seville Consulting. He has a role at EA to CEO level, and it's based in Western Sydney, and it's supporting an iconic retail group. So you must have retail experience for this one. You must be at senior to C-suite level. You must have strategic capabilities in your role as well, so just not transactional. So if you're based in Western Sydney, you're wanting to join this superstar retail group, contact Garth. Okay, we're heading south of the border now to Melbourne. Okay, Athletics Australia. So for all you got ladies, or men I should say as well, so all you folks that love athletics, Athletics Australia have got an EA to the CEO and the leadership team. It is very supporting at a senior level. It is very, I would say, a lot of process and document driven as well. You'll do a lot of onboarding, you'll do a lot of meeting notes, a lot of reviews, CEO coordination and logistics. And you'll also be supporting the board of directors as well. So you've got to have some board experience. Next role in Melbourne is EA to the CEO at SPC, baked beans and spaghetti. So he's supporting the CEO and the ELT. They really want an EA that has a voice, and they really value a voice, and they want a voice that can be heard and seen and be really strategic. So that's a great role. Now, the lovely Sharon Crofts, she's a recruiter in Melbourne. She's got 2 part-time roles going. She's got an EA and an office all-rounder. It's 2 days a week for a private family. And then she's also got a private assistant, which is 5 hours per week, to support a dynamic non-executive director. So that role will probably suit someone that's looking for... in the VA role. So that's Sharon Croft in Melbourne. Okay, we're heading north to Brisbane, Vegas, my favourite place, and I'm going there next week and I can't wait. Okay, Brisbane has got 3 roles going that I want to make you aware of. First one is EA2, the CEO at Footprints, which is a non-for-profit. They really work in the space supporting disadvantaged, elderly and also homeless people. It is non-for-profit, but they're really looking for administrative support level and assistance. So a bit of governance, a bit of board. There is some out of office hours required in this role, so you've got to have the flexibility to not work 9 to 5, but who works 9 to 5 now? The next role I've got is an office manager role. It's actually with this new energy group called Wolf Energy Solutions. And they're looking to grow their team. So you've got to be versatile. You've got to be, know a little bit about electrical work. But you've got to be able to run an office. And if you aren't multi-skilled, multi-talented, multitasked, this is not the role for you. But it's a great all-round role. And it's quite a dynamic business, Wolf Energy Solutions. My last one in Brisbane is a tech company, Technology One. They're ASX listed. They are looking for someone energetic. They highlighted this in the ad. Resilient and confident that can step up to the plate and lead from within, which is one of my favourite topics. You're actually going to be supporting 2 senior leadership leaders, and they want a strategic, part transactional role. So that one is Technology One, and that's 6 jobs. Oh, I forgot. I've got a job too. So I'm looking for my first EA. You guys know that I've got a couple members on my team already, but I'm looking for an EA starting at 5 hours per week. I would like you Sydney based because I do want to touch and feel you at points. You've got to know platforms like Trello, Canva. I want you to run my diary, my inbox, because my inbox is out of control and I know I'm not responding to some of you as quickly as what I want. But I posted it in my story last night. So if you're a superstar EA, tell me what your superpowers are and I'd love you to come and work for me. Okay, so we've done the job board. Next on for the team meeting agenda is events. So I cannot not talk about the Common Ground, which is an event that we are hosting in Sydney and Brisbane. 2nd of March in Brisbane and the 16th of March in Sydney. Look, I'm so I'm so excited for this. And you know why? Because the borders are open and I wanted to bring together a group of speakers from both. We've got 3 speakers in Sydney, 3 in Canberra and 3 in Brisbane. And I wanted to ensure that these speakers could replicate and come to both events in both states. And now all the borders got open last week. We can now officially go, yes, this is happening. Yes, we're coming for you. And yes, we're excited for you. So the event, the Common Ground, it's an event about confidence, courage, and the power of saying no. And when you combine those 3, oh my gosh, bam, wham, thank you, man. How you feel, how you operate. And what I've done is that I have brought 3 expert speakers to talk on these topics. So confidence, April Watson, aka not April Watson, that's Amanda. April, the Bodzilla, is going to talk about confidence. And I've got to tell you, if anyone's got confidence, so much confidence at the moment is her. She's a plus size lady and she is appearing in a bikini on billboards all around Australia. So check out her Instagram. And I've got to say to you, oh my gosh, confidence, would you go on a billboard in your bikini? She's just a friggin' superstar. So she's going to talk about how to have confidence within, and then how you have it on the outside as well. And she's really going to journey with you about, how do you show up? How do you have your confidence hat on every day? What happens when something happens on the outside versus the inside? So April is fantastic. If you're not connected with her on Instagram, please, guys, go and have a connect with her. She's the Bodzilla. Next one is the beautiful Amanda Morton from Courageous Ladies. Oh my golly gosh, she touches my heart every time I speak to her. She has journeyed with cancer surrounding her family and her life for a very long time. But what Amanda is really going to do is that, her purpose really is to uplift women, so they can have a daily dose of positivity and hold them a space. She wants to hold a space for you guys to really show that vulnerability in your role is okay, but how do we be courageous when something happens to us. And she's going to talk also about how to weather a storm. So I'm not, talking about when we go outside and we need our umbrella and it starts raining. She's really going to talk about weathering storms, whether it be a death, a job loss, illness. COVID was a storm that we all had to weather. And I know some of you are still weathering that storm, and it's going to be a while until we get out of it. So Amanda is a beautiful, oh my gosh, and she's pregnant. So she's going to be on stage with baby in oven. But she's beautiful. And because of Amanda joining us at both events, I've been fortunate enough to be partner up with the team at Pink Hope Org, and they're also breast cancer awareness for the BRCA gene and the support they provide for people with breast cancer. So I don't know, the two go hand in hand, and I'm very excited for it. Okay, the last keynote speaker, well, not the last keynote speaker, but I'm so excited for this, because we as human beings, and also executive assistants and just human beings in general, we struggle to say no, and we take on too much on our plate, and we're constantly saying yes, 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 and we don't know how to say no. And what Elka Whalen is going to do for us is she's going to get on stage, she's going to teach us and give us the tools to say to how to say no with influence and feel okay about it, and how to have that voice, and it's saying, I'm not going to say yes all the time. I'm going to put boundaries around, and I'm going to be able to say no and feel really comfortable about it. And she's an incredible person. She's an ex-Olympic swimmer. She's a mother. She's very passionate. Her husband, if you ever follow her, Thomas is always in the car dancing, and I just love the energy that exudes with Elka. So they are three incredible speakers that are joining us on stage at the Common Ground. I encourage you guys to grab your tickets because they are selling fast. And for those who are struggling to get across the line with their employer, we put together an email and a professional development pack. So you can obviously give that to your employer and say, this is why I want to attend this event. This is what I'm going to get out of it, and this is why you should send me. So if you need a PD pack with the email to help you along the way, send us a DM or drop into our email box, and we can send that out to you. Someone in our team can do that. So I'm truly, truly excited. This is each week we're going to come to you with the job board. We're going to talk about different events around town. I'm going to talk next week about International Women's Day and some great events that are happening in every state. But just wanted to leave you on a note, because I'm mindful that I don't want to go longer than 30 minutes. But I just wanted to leave you, guys know that I, live and die, but, well, not live and die, but I live with Lisa's book, and just read you today's daily mantra. It says, not every day is a good day, but live anyway. Not all you love will love you back, but love anyway. Not everyone will tell you the truth, but be honest anyway. Not all deals are fair, but play fair anyway. So guys, I'd love to hear from you after today. If there's anything else you'd like to share with me, or me to share with you, I should say. Oh, I forgot to tell you. So my latest book reading, I have downloaded the new Matthew McConaughey book on Audible. And he's the one speaking on the Audible. Sometimes when you download an Audible, it's not the person speaking. So I'm into chapter 2, and I know a few of you on here have read his book. So many nuggets of gold. So I think what I'm going to do is go and actually purchase the hard copy today, and while I'm reading, I'll scribble my notes in the book. So that's what I'm reading at the moment, the Matthew McConaughey book. On my podcast list is today I've got Marie Folio's latest, I've got Erica Kramer's latest, and I've also got, there was another one that I've got lined up in the list. So I think that's it. I think we covered, did I miss anything, guys, in the team meeting? Is there anything you want me to tell you about what's happening? Oh, I'm in my second 21-day challenge. And Lisa, if you're on the call, I am not doing the 3.5 swim from Bondi to Bronte. I just don't think I could do it. I'm up to 2Ks now, guys, so it's day 15, and by the time I finish with 21 days, I will swim 3.5Ks, but I'm missing my walking on, being outside. I'm missing my talking, and I'm also missing listening to podcasts, and I'm actually behind with my podcast because of it. So, how But I am going to continue swimming because the reason that I did the swimming was because of my health. And I have to say to you, my back is getting stronger. And my physio went, well done, girlfriend. So I am, as I said, day 15 into the 21-day fitness challenge, up to 2Ks. So, but I'm going to stick with it because it's about being accountable. It's about when you decide to do something, it's about committing to it, following through, and being accountable to others to say that what you're going to do, you're actually going to do. So I'm going to wrap up there. Hey, Pip, happy Tuesday. Hope the Shire is not rainy and grumbly like here. But guys, I am looking forward to catching up with you guys every Tuesday at 10 a.m. We're going to talk about different things, but we'll post the job board because I really want to encourage you guys out there that there is so many fantastic jobs out there. You've just got to showcase to the employer and also to the recruiter of what your superpowers are. And please use LinkedIn. Don't go out and use Seek. I'm not encouraged by it. I think there's still a little bit of rubbish, if I can say that out there. And I think, connect with these people on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a powerful platform. And if you're scared to go on there, because I still speak to EAs and they're not even on LinkedIn. And you need to find the purpose of why you're using that platform. So if you're looking for a job and you're not on LinkedIn, girlfriend, go out and join. So I'm going to leave now, guys. And on my leaving note, remember always to be you, do you, and amaze you, because that is truly enough. Have a great Tuesday, and I'll see you next week at our team meeting.